Yo, Ranald Kirkhope here, live from over the top of my bread maker. And last time I made this, I overfed the yeast a little bit with the honey that goes in this. Remember, the yeast consumes the honey, and so the honey does not add any carbs to the bread. So I've decided I'm going to use the dough setting and see how this goes. And yes, I do need to give this thing a proper cleanup. The Keto King recipe that I used for this. What I'm just doing is I'm doing the bread maker recipe, and then once the dough's finished, I'm then gonna do the proving in a warm environment part of the oven recipe, and then just try baking it from there, and we'll see how it turns out. But as you can see, it is already mixing up pretty good. Well, the bread maker's been beeping at me, and wow, look at that. That is some risen freaking dough. But there's room for improvement with that. Like, I've seen this thing raise all the way up here and push the lid open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a loaf tin and move it into that. I'll be right back. Lift out the little module here. And probably the smartest thing to do would be to try and tip this thing out. Just like gravity do its thing, and there we go. So now what we do is let that now we want to find the little dough kneading hook thing, which is way easier to remove because this thing isn't baked. And now just let this thing kind of fall into place in here. So what I've done is I've heated up some boiling water in the microwave to create a humid environment. Now I've also turned it off at the mains because if I turn my microwave on by mistake with a metallic object in there, bam, go buy apartment. Do not want. So, see how this is in about an hour's time. So I'm just about to swap out the boiling water in the microwave. Oh my goodness, yep, that's rising. She rising. So, I'll give that a little more No, I think I'm ready to put the oven on right now. Let's go. Alright, in she goes. I'm gonna set a timer. And we'll see you when it's done. Freaking look at that! That's already rising to something huge. Now, there's a decent chance the dough will deflate at the middle when it's done, but that's still gonna give me a nice and hefty loaf of bread. Guys, I just thought of something. You remember that time I made it with the golden flaxseed and it wasn't as nice? Golden flaxseed, dough setting. I could probably make low-carb pizza bases. Some other day. I don't know. Alright, time's up. Moment of truth. Oh, Jesus. Steam blast. I keep forgetting my oven does that shit. Holy crap. Yep, that's a big freaking loaf of wholemeal bread. Sorry, I'm just kind of speechless. Holy crap. Yeah, I'll just be getting this out of the oven now. Now, I do think there's a chance the middle's still gonna deflate, as was warned in the little instructional video, of which I was mixing two together. No, that is... I'm going to leave this to stand for a few minutes and see what happens. God damn, what the hell did I make? Alright, so I figure about now it's probably safe to turn this out onto a, I don't know, I'm going to just lay out this black towel here and turn this thing out onto it. I have a funny feeling, I can see there's bubbles forming right about here. So, decent chance this will kind of start to sag and sink a little once I turn it out of the loaf tin here, but holy crap, I can't believe how well this worked. It's really soft, really soft. Normally this thing has an outer texture that almost feels, I mean, it does kind of still feel a little bit papery, for want of a better word. This thing makes a noise when you tear it. But I think once this is cool down a little more. I wish my tripod were working. I'd love to be able to film me like slicing into this, but I'm not sure if I can. Nevertheless, I will get a couple of slices off the end now and show you how they turned out. One moment. Alright, I've successfully emancipated a couple slices from this thing, but wow, you can see, yeah, this loaf is squishy. Man. I guess it's a resounding freaking success. So yeah, I'm going to link both recipes in the description. On the top will be the bread maker recipe, which I was saying, do it on the dough setting. And then on the bottom, I'll be linking the recipe where he makes it like manually without a bread maker, uses some sort of food mixer instead. But in there will be all the instructions on how to like prove the loaf. God, I can't even figure out the right way to store this. Like, I'm gonna need to skip this some time to stiffen. Sorry, yeah. Second link will be like the baking instructions. I seriously recommend giving this a go if you're doing keto. And if you just happen to be here to follow me for the weight loss journey, well, congrats. Now my weight loss journey is also including me seriously broadening my horizons around the kitchen. One of the things I enjoy so much about keto is you have to cook nearly all of your own meals. And it drives me to improve my cooking as well. When I come off keto in about 6 weeks' time, 5 or 6 weeks I think I've got left to go, before it just becomes financially unsustainable. I actually can't wait to share some of the sort of lower calorie options I'll be cooking after that. Right, well, I'm going to make some peanut butter toast out of this. Something worth remembering about this stuff is the crust toasts real quick, like way quicker than what's inside. So when you're putting this in your toaster, you got to sort of keep like popping it back up, turning it over. Keep an eye out for any smoke rising. Anyway, yeah, as I say, because the crust will start burning so fast in the toaster, you can't really like toast the the actual crumb part of the bread all that much. But it's still, you can hear that, right? You can hear it's toasted. So that's about as far as you'll get it before you start burning the edges. All right, so I just got a bit of peanut butter toast on one of my crappy little party plates here because I'm a bit behind on my kitchen cleaning due to the fact that I've been at work for quite a few days now. I'm going to dig in and I'm going to enjoy. I cannot believe how well this loaf has turned out, but what this... It means I no longer have to deal with those weird misshapen things out of the bread maker. I'll be able to cut much like cleaner, more measurable slices out of this and have a better idea of how many carbs per slice I'm actually getting, how many calories per slice, and so on. Anyway, yeah, total revolution. This is how I'm gonna make this bread from now on. It's a bit more effort on my part, but like I said, a lot of keto is effort on your part to make every meal happen. So I'll see you soon.